to another episode of Cooking with Craig. Today I have some leftover lamb, and I also have Kmart's $29 pie maker, and I want to make a lamb pie. So with some of our leftover lamb that I cooked, what you need is a potato peeled and diced, an onion peeled and diced, a carrot peeled and diced, 2 teaspoons of flour, and about 50 grams of butter. Now, we'll move over to the stove and I'll show you what we do with all our diced up ingredients on the stove. Alright, let's move over there now. Alright, on the stove here, we have all the diced vegetables that I just showed you, our 50 grams of butter. I've cooked those down. I've added the flour in just a second ago. I've then added in half a cup to a quarter of a cup of water. Now you can see how thick that's starting to get. That's exactly what we wanted. So that's come up perfect. Now the carrots, as soon as the carrots start getting that tiny little bit soft, it's done. The potatoes should be really mushy by that stage, which is great because we don't want hard potatoes, but the part that we want to cook down the most is the carrots. So that's actually at the stage I want that. So I'm going to take this off the stove. We're going to move back over to the middle bench and we're going to add in some lamb into this before we start making the pies. Alright, let's move back over. Alright, so now we've got our lamb diced up, our veggies cooked down, they've been thickened, we've got our bases, which is the short crust pastry, ready to go, our tops, which is our puff pastry, ready to go. Now I just need to quickly grab my rosemary to add into this, and we're almost there. Alright, so I have some dried rosemary here. I'm just going to sprinkle some of these into the veggie mix. Now stir that in. That's smelling nice already. Oh yes, can you see that? Awesome. Alright, time for me to add our lamb. All in there. And stir that in, just like that. Now, that lamb in that pie mix has now been spread through. There should be enough ready for me to make these pies. Alright, let's bring over the pie maker. We'll start getting it set up to get cooking. Alright, so these just need to be sliced on the side, like so that they curve in a little bit, so that we can tuck those in like that, making sure that the edges are all up around the edge. Push down, make sure you're getting all the gaps in and around the corners of this pie, so that when you fill this up, it's going to fill up to the top, like that. Grab our mix, spoon it in, like so. Push down as well, because we want to make sure these pies are going to be full to the brim. Now this filling mix has cooled down a little bit, so it's not as hot as it was when it was sitting on the stove cooking away. You don't want it too hot, but you don't want it cold either. Too hot and this pastry is just not going to form properly, and it will start to melt. Too cold and you won't be able to push it in and get it as full as you like it. Right. That out. There we go. That nice and in there, making sure we've got no spillages. Like that, like that. There we go. Now, that should almost be ready. You want a little bit mounted, but not overflowing. Okay, let's grab our tops. Place them on top, like so. Just like that. Now, all we have to do now is close the lid like this, give it a bit of a quick push, it clicks, and now we set this thing plugged in, cooking for 12 minutes. We'll come back when it's done. Alright, so that's now been 12 minutes cooking away. Watch the steam, make sure that you're pulling it away from you so that you don't burn yourself with the steam that comes off this machine. There's those lovely lamb and rosemary pies. Now remember, it came from something that looked like that to something that now looks like that. That's how easy it is to make lamb and rosemary pie. Just remember, if you've seen anything you like in these videos, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget comments, questions, or maybe other things you'd like to see turned into pies. Leave it in the comments field below on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and get notified when I do these Cooking with Craig segments, my daily vlogs, openings for work, car maintenance, checkout basket, you name it, I film it, it ends up on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. And until next time, see you in the next video.